All right, so it is September 10th, and Goose is an estimated 1,298 pounds, and over the past 6 days, he's been averaging 10 pounds a day. That is awesome for this time of year. Usually, I'm in the single digits at this point. We had a heat wave this past week. It's been in the 80s during the day and the 60s at night, and the pumpkins love it. I think starting now, we're going to be in like the 70s during the day and the 50s at night, which is still good for September for Maine. I'm used to worrying about frost at this point, so I am super happy. Go Goose! And here we have Snoop Gourd. He is an estimated 1,240 pounds, and he's gaining an average of 12 pounds a day over the past 6 days. Same with Goose. He loves this warmer weather and is doing great. As usual, he is beautiful, but he is getting more cantaloping, which I still think is beautiful, but might lessen his chances at beautiful pumpkin, but I'm still going for beautiful pumpkin award here. We can still get it. You can see I had to cut his blossom nub here, and it healed great and is drying. This top wall has been growing into it slowly over the past month, and it was getting to the point where I felt like I had to do something about it. So I'm happy it went well, because it could have not gone well. I wanted to show you my giant marrow because I've been neglecting this all season. I started it when I should have started it, but what happened was I planted it in like the back corner over there, and it got overtaken by weeds. It like nearly died. Then I transplanted it over here when I realized that Goose wasn't going to take up much space. He nearly died when I transplanted him, and then he finally picked up. And yesterday I weeded. I finally trimmed and pruned everything because everything was just all over and out of control. Pruned everything, and I even buried every single vine. Why? I don't know. There's only 3 weeks left till the way off. But the interesting thing about marrows is that they grow really fast, really quick, and the biggest challenge with them is that they split really quickly and really easily. And I'm almost wondering if this handicap of mine might be a good thing, and it might prevent my marrow from splitting. He's not very big right now. I've grown zucchini unintentionally bigger than this, but we have 3 weeks to go, so we'll see what happens. It's kind of just a little fun experiment. I have a backup right there. This one was an open pollination because I wasn't even paying attention, and it opened up when I didn't realize it. This one was a controlled pollination. This one probably is a self-pollination because I have nothing here that could cross-contaminate it. It can only cross-pollinate with field pumpkins, other marrows, and zucchini, and I don't have any of those in my garden. Now, my neighbors might, but I don't have any neighbors nearby with gardens either, so most likely it's a cross with itself. So I might grow it next year just so I don't have to worry about getting seeds, but we'll see. But yeah, he's doing good, I think, so we'll see. So August and September is the time of year where sneaky tertiary vines creep up on you. There's one right under there, right there. And I do my best to prune these plants as best I can, but every once in a while you miss one. So I found one. I'm going to cut him off because he's just sucking energy from the plant. I did see a few more, so I'm going to take care of those now. And I also have some weeding to do, so lots of weeding and pruning. So I found some more rogue tertiary vines as I was climbing down from this trellis. You can't even see them from above, but if you look closely, we got one here that's grown quite a bit, and then there's another one over there. So I gotta prune these up. I'm gonna keep everything that's grown already just because it already put the energy in, but we gotta prune these babies because we need energy going towards the pumpkin. Sometimes you even get rogue pumpkins. Yeah, this pumpkin is gut pollinated and it's starting to grow, so we gotta get rid of her. Stop taking Snoop Gourd's energy. Not nice. Oh my gosh, there's another rogue pumpkin. What the heck? Are you serious right now? This is absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, Snoop Gourd, we're gonna take care of this right now.
So I just pulled off all of these vines. All of them were growing off of one tertiary vine that I missed. And the issue is you have one tertiary vine, but then at every single leaf, you get a vine off of that. And then it just goes on forever. As you can see, I missed 2 pumpkins. And this was after I had already scanned the whole plant for tertiary vines. So they're so easy to miss because the plants are so big. And all of this was taking energy from Snoop Gourd. So I'm gonna keep looking. I can't believe I missed all this. I found another rogue vine in my pumpkin patch. Right there, he's starting to peek up. He is coming from the crown or stump of the plant, which is the beginning of the plant. That area always starts producing more of these this time of year. So we're gonna cut him off and maybe we'll find more, who knows? But if you can look at all this nonsense going on down here. I gotta clean all this up. There's just always new stuff growing here and we don't need any of this. If we had a hailstorm, this would be great, but yeah, we don't need that. I don't know if you can tell, but just look how that cleared that space up. Just those little guys shooting up there. Maybe I should have kept 1 leaf just because these leaves are getting old, but we'll be okay. We're all good. A bunch of these leaves are getting old and to the point where they're too old, so I'm going to cut some of them out. This is the before and this is the after. A lot more space in there. There's probably a few more that are gonna have to go in a few more days, but we'll keep them there for a little bit. But we got all these out. They're not very useful anymore, so. And here we have Goose. We definitely have ones that need to go here. So here's your before picture and here's the after for Goose. Now just as a reminder, these leaves, they're just old. They're not diseased. There's nothing wrong with them. They've just lived their life and they're old. So that's good. It's sadder when I'm cutting them out because they have powdery mildew or some other disease. So one other thing I've been doing the past few days is I've been weeding like crazy. And there's only 3.5 weeks till way off, and this should be the last time I have to weed, thank goodness. I've been working on this for 3 days between all my plants. It's very time consuming and you have to be very careful because this time of year the leaves are very brittle and they can snap easy. So you got to be careful weeding and it just makes it that more annoying. So doing that on all these plants is very time consuming, but making good progress. Still have a little bit more to do, but the weed burden is much less than it has been.